Remember last week when I told you that the bloom had come off Roseland because 2 councilmen had resigned after anti-Semitic and racist text messages they had sent became public? Well, that never happened. On Tuesday evening at a packed council meeting, the 2 councilmen involved, Councilman David Jacobs and Councilman Tom Tsilionis, decided they were not going to resign.
I will stand my ground and continue to serve as the representative of many people who voted for me and have requested that I continue to occupy my seat.
And instead, just apologized.
I'd like to personally start by apologizing for the recent text messages that were referenced in the Progress and Star Ledger newspapers that if they offended anyone.
Just so everybody knows, I'm going to remind you what the text messages said. They're so inappropriate that we can't air them, but I'll read them paraphrased. The first text message says, "David, how do I become Jewish? I want to be half Jewish," then there's a slur, "and half African American," referring to anatomical prowess. The other text message, "First, the rabbi needs to take a bigger cut," talking about that same male body part. The next text message, "I am legally changing my name to Schwartz, N-word." And another text message says, "Screw that." And another text message, "Lol, LOL, read in the Progress, you have very little anyway." I spoke to Mohammed, who's a local businessman. He runs a convenience store in Roseland. He was at that meeting.
I didn't feel too good about it, and a lot of people showed their frustration. They did not agree with them.
He didn't quite feel as strongly about Councilman Tom Tsilionis' apology.
Mr. Jacobs, I believe he was talking from his heart. But the other guy, I don't know him that much, so I'm really not going to comment on it. But Mr. Jacobs, I think he spoke from his heart.
I spoke to another businessman to get his perspective. He runs an eye care store.
I mean, they should be resigning based on that.
Right.
So.
And do you view it as a joke?
No. No, you can't do that. You know what? You're on a town council. You don't joke like that.
But the 2 councilmen have said that they are resigning from the Republican Party.
I think the guy who owes everyone an apology is the one that leaked it in the first place, because inappropriate, offensive speak is just a part of life. People are often speaking in a way that would be very offensive if it was outside of private text.
You're on a town council. You don't joke like that.
The one thing that you're incorrect about is that under New Jersey's open public records law, if there is more than a quorum of council members on a text, on an email, on a letter, it is a public document. You can get those through Oprah. It might be difficult, but they were public documents because everyone in the council was included on that text message.
That's interesting. I would like to ask a lawyer about that, because I wonder if there's a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week rule on that, because that, I mean, I can't imagine if they're organizing a barbecue or a comedy night that becomes something you could take from their personal cell phones.
You can. If it's not relevant to you, it doesn't matter. The open public records law still applies.
Well, you know what? We live in the age where Trump has said, locker room talk, and he became president, so politicians are more emboldened nowadays.
It doesn't make it right.